inside team news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested in, I know Evolution cards were big on the scene coming into 2K20, and now going into 2K21, you'll have a little more control on
DA. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the VA thing. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And for the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Porter in at the three, the small forward. Now, here's Garland. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this low management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Levine. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. A three off the inbound.
And the passion Sexton plays with is so impressive. When he gets after it on defense, this kid is fun to watch. Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Both shots good from the stripe. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Pocket two, White. They get the rebound.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Garland with it, White covering, and it's blocked, and he gets it back. Carter pulls it in.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Porter passes to Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet he'll find an open man.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
White wide open. He fires. Offline with his three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The drive by Love. And it's Drummond with the jam.
That's a good look by Kevin Love. The decision-making with the ball in his hands makes him different than other fours.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. Right around 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Here's Markkanen after the made shot from Andre Drummond. And the rejection by Love.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
Kept alive. Here's Drummond. The second effort. And at last, they get one to fall. Drummond's got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Levine.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
So for the Bulls, Satoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Dunn in for White. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen, and it's Chandler Hutchison in for Levine. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Hutchison. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Now, Garland. Dishes it to Thompson. The baseline jumper goes down.
If Thompson's able to develop a mid-range game, watch out.
Bulls have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Dunn left side. He dishes it to Young. A 3-ball. Dunn misses. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Down low. Here's Nance. Offensive rebound. Pass to Windler. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Goes back up. He squares up and sinks it. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Porter with the steal. Here's Thompson to the inside and stolen by Dunn. Up in time. And that one is off. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, leading by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Young is up there with Valentine. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Cornett in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. He kicks it to Young. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 6-point lead. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Satoransky off the left rim and out.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Thompson finds Porter. Up again. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the paint. Here's Young. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's White in for Satoransky.
Credit the length and athleticism of Drummond to get things started. He's the rare center who picks up a lot of steals.
Outside, White. Got a piece of it. Here's Osman. 9 points last game out. Here's Porter. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Now here's Porter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Levine, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think Levine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Dunn, he's checked in for White. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
1:36 left in the first half of the game. Dunn, right side. Clock at 6. The feed to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. Tries it from 19. Here's Carter. Passes it to Markkanen. Here's Dunn. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Dunn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Porter, here we go. Bulls trail by 9. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Carter. 56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And here is Dunn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Hutchison passes to Levine from the arc. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Sexton with it. Markkanen on him. Drummond with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Here's Hutchison. He's guarded by Love. Inside. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And the last second attempt does not go in for. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. It was Andre Drummond who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and that'll do.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Garland. And Cleveland again with the bucket. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. 11-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Right at the free throw line, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now, here's Sexton. White covering. 6 to shoot. Here's Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Ball's knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. Hey, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for Zach LaVine. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Chicago. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. Garland, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the layup is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Cornett kicks to Young. Now the pass to Cornett. Now Valentine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And again, no good by Chicago.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
That one falls. Porter's got 10 points in the game.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Valentine. No points in the game yet for him. Porter with the steal. Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Denzel Valentine. For Cleveland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting. Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
.149 left to play in the third. Satoransky gets the bucket.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Cavaliers.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Cavaliers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wendell Carter comes in for Luke Cornett, and it's done in for Harrison. Good on the bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Garland. Thompson in the posts. Carter on him. The 9-foot shot. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
to the inside. Stolen by Thompson. And Porter, here we go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Porter's got 12.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Dunn looking over the floor. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Carter. Porter comes in for Thaddeus Young. Levine's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. And then for Cleveland, Andre Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Nance. And it's Cedi Osman in for Porter. White the pass to Markkanen. Here's Levine. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers ahead by 26 points. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, we've got Valentine. He's out there with White, and it's Hutchinson in at the four-man position. Here's White. The Cavaliers making the shot. Pass to Gafford, and he banks in the layup.
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
Here's Exum. A beautiful reverse layup. Exum's got his first bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
White the pass to Gafford. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Dellavedova kicks to Osman. You know, Smitty, the NBA more active now in developing players before they enter the NBA. Not just the fundamentals, but the values of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. The league has been taking a hands-on approach. There's nothing wrong with teaching the next generation life lessons about the sport and through the sport.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
Here's Porter. It's good.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Here's Exum following the basket by Otto Porter. Pass to Osman. It's Bell on the wing. Makes it off the glass. Bell's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know you get plenty of time in this league to work on your craft, and Bell is making the most of it.
Here's Hutchison. Here's Valentine, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot you'll make all night.
Now here is Dellavedova. White covering. It's deflected, and that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Shaquille Harris comes in for Porter for the Cavaliers. Drummond trying to get himself free, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
A more physical player than he's given credit for. Love finishing through contact, plus going to the line.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. That free throw good from Kevin Love. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Satoransky. Defense is right there. Done outside. Passes it to Valentine. 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Darius Garland.
He really played at his preferred pace. Never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
And Chicago has possession. The Cavaliers making the shot. The offensive rebound and stolen by Love. Now here's Exum. Dunn covering. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The size of Exum really causes a lot of problems for the defense. Not an easy cover at all.
So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett comes in for Carter. And it's Harrison in for Satoransky. Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Bell comes in for Kevin Love. Now here's Dunn to stop the run, and he dunks it down.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Now here's Exum. Not a lot of room. Here's Windler, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Bulls.
Both good from the line that time. Now here is Dellavedova. Dunn covering. Now here's Exum. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge.
and lower body fluid, and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
So you're going to want to keep your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in My Team. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive My Team?
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in My Team.
I like the sound of that.
I know something that we're really excited.
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. And with, well, Aaron, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. Count it. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Here's Vucevic after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Over Drummond. And it's Vucevic missing.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Augustine, no luck. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. The open look here for Sexton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely. Here's Fournier. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Sexton. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
And they double up Gordon. Augustine tips it back in.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. Shoots the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. To give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Drummond offline with the baseline jumper. The Magic trail by 5. The 3. Fournier's shot is off. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you. Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Sexton's shot is good.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
Orlando making some changes. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And whenever Ross is in attack mode, it's always a good sign.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Ross. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Darius Garland picks one up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Porter, and there it is for him.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Carter Williams dishes to Fultz. And he makes that one.
Fultz so good, Kevin, at utilizing the screen and roll. I mean, he knows how to get a little separation, and when he does, he's a scoring threat.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Orlando trailing here. On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in a shooting guard. Nance outside on the wing. Porter. Here's Windler, guarded by Fultz. Windler's shot is off. Well, Orlando shooting 43% from the field.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Bamba finds Carter Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Mark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba. Mo Bamba for short, is a terrific athlete and has a great work ethic too.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it, way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Carter Williams kicks to Ross. Over Porter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Ross has got 5.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Here's Windler. Carter Williams covering. Man's trying to break loose. Windler's shot is off. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Garland, no good. Magic have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. Fournier's checked in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And Cleveland with a change here too. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Garland. And that one's good. Osman.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Fournier for 3. They get it back. And it's Vucevic missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Ross. Doesn't go that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
And the jam by Ross.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
James Ennis, he'll check in for Ross. And stolen by Fournier. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Ennis. That one a little long.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Fournier's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Drummond. Love trying to break loose.
You know, the long arms of Vucevic is annoying to shooters, and he's putting his giant frame to good use.
The Magic trail by 3.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
Kicks it out to Love. Passes to Sexton. Another shot. That shot off the mark. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. They showed tremendous effort and that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
You know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, you know, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Back to Augustine. Magic moving the ball around. Pass to Ennis. Clock at 6. And the pass to Augustine for the lead. And it's good on the way up. Augustine's got the lead up to 1 now for Orlando.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach and a good one.
A double team Love. Kicks it to Drummond. Knocked away. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Ennis has got the ball. Augustine, no luck.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And the basket by Gordon.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Bobbed up there for Drummond. That one, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Magic.
Fournier laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 7.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Sexton lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Sexton's got 11 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have a reverse in their arsenal. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman over Ennis. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
For the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Here's Ennis. He can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And now Bamba pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Let's highlight the shooting guard position now and see which among them have averaged the most points in the second half of the season. 5th, Colin Sexton.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, you don't have to take a long look at their point totals to see that this is the premier group of scorers at the premier scoring position in the NBA. Shooting guards can flat out bring it.
And that one falls for Bamba. Well, when you look at Mo Bamba with his size, around 7'1" and height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Bamba's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic. Sexton the pass to Nance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Fultz the pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington. 6'4". Clark, you think he's more of a point guard or a two?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
It's stolen by Nance. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and he comes up with the deuce. Windler's got 6 points. Orlando leading by 11. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Magic have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. First one falls for him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. And he gets the whistle. 2. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 2. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the second chance effort by Gordon. The Cavaliers trail by 17. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. Here's Windler. He's guarded by Fournier. Ross with the steal, and up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Gordon, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, the attack from Gordon, his explosive first step on his drives to the hoop, really scary.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Colin Sexton. Here's Gordon. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lets it go from deep. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Gordon. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Fultz. Gordon inside. Covered by Nance. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
James Ennis, he'll check in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Fultz.
And, you know, I like that Gordon is a versatile guy who can play both forward spots. He's a terrific athlete who continues to improve.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Al Gordon.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And that one's good by Porter. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
And Cleveland with another turnover here. And here's Augustine. There's the triple. Another miss by Orlando. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. And that one's good. Osman.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Gordon. Good D by Drummond. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Here's Porter. Almost, but it rolls out. Magic shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Vucevic. And no good that time. Good D by Drummond.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates, and coaches, and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
And Gordon over to help. Pass to Osman. Now Garland. Fournier pulls it down.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Magic.
A given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made a difference.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Aaron Gordon.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Windler, the pass to Zizic. Now, here is Bell. Defense right on him. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Fultz with the ball. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It's stolen by Fultz. Clark kicks to Frazier. Now here's Fultz. from deep three-point range. No good on that one. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but yeah. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
Come on, man. We had to really show this.
Wait, no!
And a lot of style coming off the Cavaliers bus early.
Well,
you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And Warren able to finish.
Well, T.J. Warren is terrific at using his frame to become a factor on the glass. I love it.
Here's Osman, guarded by Oladipo. Pass to Sexton. Baseline jumper. No good off the back of the rim.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Oladipo finds Warren. Here's Holiday. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Osman. Love trying to break loose. Lays it up and banks it in. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember. Well, you think back to Victor Oladipo and his college basketball being played at Indiana University. So when he gets traded to the Pacers, many thought it was viewed as a homecoming.
And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Drummond.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
He sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. And exceeding expectations in Indiana, Victor Oladipo, Doris, remade himself as an all-star.
Well, he credits the year he spent playing alongside Russell Westbrook. That relentless attack, that commitment to get better, that commitment to be a threat no matter where you are on the floor. This young man has set the tone between the lines and outside the lines.
The Pacers making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. And then for Cleveland, Nancy's checked in for Love. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Turner passes to Brogdon. Oladipo right side. It's stolen by Nance. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, if you would let Larry Nance Jr. carve out that kind of space, turn the lights out.
Passes it to Turner. Now here's McDermott. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Turner. And stolen by Drummond. And a wide open look for Porter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Indiana leading. And And Brogdon, here we go.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's McDermott. Larry Nance making his last shot. Warren, good. Warren's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Garland. That shot is off. Nice D from Warren. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo is a star, and he powers through the contact to convert.
There's Garland. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Leading by 5. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Here's Warren. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good.
It seems to me, guys, that T.J. Warren every year adds one more dimension to his game. We know this. This guy can play on the offensive end.
Here's Porter. Nance. And it is good at the buzzer. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Pacers lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
We've got T.J. McConnell, and it's Sumner in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. You and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Bitadze with the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Garland. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Sumner kicks to McConnell. Stolen by Thompson. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Windler. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Garland has it in the corner. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Edmund Sumner. Then for the Cavaliers, Love comes in for Nance. And it's Cedi Osman in for Garland. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Windler. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson from long range. It's rebounded by Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
With the Indiana Pacers, you know you're a small market team, and it's led to a little bit of a shuffle personnel-wise. What's incredible, they continue to put a competitive product on the floor year in and year out.
Now, here's Sexton. Last game, 26 points.
Okay, the initiative from the young bull, Colin Sexton, as some like to call him. How about that drive?
Outside Holiday. Pass to Sampson. No good there. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Doris, you're right. The Pacers have made the playoffs 8 of the last 9 seasons. Remarkable consistency.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kev. It starts at the top and sort of trickles down from ownership to the front office down to the head coach. This is a solid operation through and through.
Here's Holiday. The Cavaliers making the shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Sexton. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, that's a prime example of why Tristan Thompson is considered one of the best offensive rebounders in the game right now.
Holiday, the pass to McConnell. Thompson with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Passes it to Sexton. Stolen. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered closely. Comes up empty down low. Well, Cleveland shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. A miss that time would have put him up. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Chicago. Drummond checked in for Tristan Thompson. Now, here's Brogdon. Defended by Sexton. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 6.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Here's Sexton. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Puts it up from 7. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Turner. And it's a 4-point Pacer lead. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Brogdon.
Well, just 6'2", but the vertical for Colin Sexton. Nicely done.
Outside Warren. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Indiana out in front. They lead by 2.
Thanks, Tristan. What was most important?
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first. And that'll do it for our.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Tipping off the second half. Here's John Beilein's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Kicks it out to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. And finished off by Oladipo.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded closely. Good work defensively by Turner.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it. Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Taken away by Holiday. To the middle. Here's Oladipo, and they pick up 2. Oladipo's got 8 points.
Well, you can tell that over time, Oladipo has gained more and more confidence in his scoring ability, especially that close to the 10.
Garland kicks to Osman. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Pacers leading by 5. Holiday attacking, and that one drops for him. He has 6.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Garland, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Pops in the layup for 2. Garland's got 4 this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Osman, and another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, probably could have gone strong to the hoop, but with the D out of position on the break, I like his decision to take the 3.
Brogdon against Porter. Sumner passes to Warren. To the inside. Here's Turner. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And that one's good. Osman.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
And the wide open shot from Warren. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Sumner's got his first points of the night.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just feeding everyone to the ball.
Garland with the bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Sumner's shot is off.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
1:21 left in the third. Now, here's Garland. He's tightly guarded. Nance with no one around. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Thompson dishes to Porter. Pushing it up. Here's Bitadze. Knocked loose. Outside Turner. There's the pass to Bitadze. Got a hand on it.
Larry Nance twice on the pipe says no, sir.
Oh, Porter in position. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Anytime you get points in transition, you are thrilled. You can see the speed of Sexton on display.
Pacers trail by 4. 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Pass to Windler. That shot, no good. Here's Bitadze. Here's Holiday. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got his first basket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got Doug McDermott, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Indiana shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Nice shot by McDermott.
Well, we know that Doug McDermott will run the floor hard in transition, trying to get himself into position to finish.
Shot from the wing. Bullseye. Windler's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. T.J. Warren, who's checked in for Indiana. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Over to the left wing. Stolen by Warren. Indiana moving the ball over. This one for 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. Brown. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. McDermott with it, now guarded by Porter. Nice shot by McDermott.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You can see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
Right wing. Here's Sexton. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
The Cavaliers trailing. And Porter, here we go. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, Thompson, a very good passer for a player at his position. Knows where everyone is heading.
Here's Warren. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
T.J. Warren under duress. Big-time moment. No problem.
Sexton dishes to Love. Basket counts.
Man, this is why they feed the ball to Kevin Love in these circumstances. He's so comfortable making big-time shots.
Drummond's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Porter. That's good from Love.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Here's Warren. Great D that time from Love. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Brogdon kicks to Warren. Stolen by Thompson. Now Cleveland moving it up. Pass to Drummond. Here's Osman. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Drummond. Pacers with the rebound. Warren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side Turner. Brogdon outside. Holiday the pass to Brogdon. Here's Warren. And it's Brogdon off the drive. And it's Warren with the jam.
Embrace the challenge, TJ Warren. Big time shot. It's my time.
Thompson looking for an opening. Feeds to Drummond. Money!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. They grabbed their own miss.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Cleveland with the ball. Oladipo with the double team. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
And Cleveland making a change here. Garland's checked in. He kicks to Sexton. Passes it to Osman for 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. With the clock winding down. The rebound by Brogdon. Back to Oladipo. Fires the 3. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Thanks for watching this week, and make sure you check back here for more news on NBA 2K21.
And make sure to follow us on social for all the event updates.
Remember, it's at NBA 2K_2KTV, and thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Up next, the Cavaliers taking on the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially...
Wow, hammering it in!
And you can't forget about the fancy dunking ability of Drummond. He just knows how to do some special things when he gets up in the air.
White inside. About a minute played so far here in the first. And he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 5.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Garland with it. White on it. And it's good. 2 points. The Bulls have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Levine can't hit. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Garland. Tips it. Carter pulls it in. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Levine can't hit.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Drummond working against Markkanen. Drummond passes to Osman. 5 on the clock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Levine. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And Markkanen throws it down.
Quality possession from Levine right there. Reading the defense like a book and making the right decision.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird if you like. Fantastic stretch 4. Who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Go-to option on offense. Give Drummond a rock. He'll find a way to score.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Dunn outside. Carter outside. They double in with Drummond. Dunn. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Oh, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
Inside. Drummond passes to Windler. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's Dunn penetrating, and that one good. Dunn's got his second basket.
Oh, Kev, the main strength of Dunn's game to me is his ability to carve his way inside. So insane.
Here's Porter. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
The closer Dunn is to the basket, the more effective he is. Quality possessions from the guard.
Here's Garland. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Offensive rebound. Porter. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Garland. Here's Windler, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And another turnover here by Chicago. And here is Garland. With one on the clock, that's tipped. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Cavalier. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, they've got Young, Harrison out there with Valentine, and it's Hutchinson in at the small forward. Nance passes to Sexton. That shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Hutchison. They get it again.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
The Cavaliers trailing. Sexton with it. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. Pass to Windler.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Both teams will make substitutions. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The fourth pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Sexton with it. White's there. At the tip, and Love with the second chance points. Love's got his first basket of the night.
Terrific effort by Love. I mean, he's been showing us this since high school. I mean, the combination of rebounding, the scoring ability.
Young on the follow.
And how about the toughness? I mean, although undersized at that power forward spot, he just still finds a way to get the job done.
And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Here's Valentine. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And that one's good by Porter.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. That one good for 2. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Love kicks to Osman. It's deflected. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside, White. Clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Zach LaVine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Valentine. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Cleveland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Here's Dunn. Count it from 12. Dunn's got 8.
You at least got to honor Dunn's Jay. I mean, he's more than capable of sinking it in from those in-between spots.
Nance passes to Windler. From the baseline. Basket good. He's got 6.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
52 seconds left to play here in the half. Dunn kicks to LaVine. Takes the 13-footer. Another one falls for Chicago.
You see the screen and roll plenty in today's game. LaVine, he's so solid at using it to his advantage.
Shoots from the right block. And he can't bank that one in. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. LaVine's got the lead up to 5 now for Chicago. Garland kicks to Osman. Garland with it. Carter on him. From down low. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Dunn. Off target on the 15-footer. Oh, he hit it! He hit it!
What a great
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. And that should do it with the second.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most of
I mean, that's a rugged play.
Gracious. Easy to see why LaVine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless huffs.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results. And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And Markkanen throws it down.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys roll.
Garland with the bucket. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Now Garland. He has 6. Lays it up off the glass. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defense.
And White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Here's Garland. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Drummond. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. The Bulls also changing it up. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. And it's Harrison in for Zach LaVine. Here's Sexton. It's deflected. Left side, Porter to the paint. Here's Young, and the layup falls. Young's got his second basket of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he was fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. White the pass to Harrison. 6 to shoot. Shoots. Sexton grabs the board. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Over Harrison. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Here's Harrison, defended by Sexton. And here's Young from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Stolen away. In transition, here come the Bulls. Porter kicks to White. Beyond the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And look, I like how aware Thompson is. He knows when to pass the ball to a teammate in a good position, coming off that screen and roll.
White left side. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
There's Garland. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Young left side. Both teams deciding to change it up. 51 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Hutchison. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
For Chicago, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Cedi Osman in for Porter. Chicago also making some changes. Denzel Valentine comes in for Young. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Harrison. The Bulls have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Here's Sexton, and it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr., 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there.
For Cleveland, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
They get it back.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Here's Sexton. Buries it down low. Sexton's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, he has his choice of finishing. Love that he picks the finger roll. Graceful power.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? It's Chicago. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Bulls leading by 5. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Dunn and LaVine are the guard set. And it's Hutchinson in at the small forward position. Shot clock at 5. Here's Markkanen. Harden. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's LaVine. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. Here's Sexton. Stolen by Carter.
Maybe we can give him a pass for that turnover. Only because he's been reliable up to now. Mistake-free.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Here's Windler. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Sexton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sexton's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And LaVine, here we go. And LaVine throws it down.
And this gets the team fired up. LaVine is an energizer who enjoys dropping the hammer on the drive.
Here's Windler. Guarded by LaVine. Windler's shot is off. Chicago leading by 5. Here's Dunn. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got 4 assists in the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Windler. No good that time. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Dunn dishes to Markkanen. Kicks to LaVine. tipped away. Now the pass to Hutchison. Clock at 4. From 18 feet away, again Chicago.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Finished off the break. And now it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Down low. Carter kicks to Levine. Bulls moving the ball around.
He wasn't playing on that. He was
That was incredible.
And shots like this one, it gets Levine going. I mean, he loves showing off that big boy muscle in these contact finishes.
The Bulls leading by 13. Pulls up on the wing. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They need this. Drummond sinks that one from the post.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Here's Levine. Keeps it alive. And Markkanen on the follow. Markkanen's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bulls.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Chandler Hutchison, and it's wide in for Dunn. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Cornette. Second chance shot. Here's Gafford, defended by Bell. Shot clock at 6. Back to Dunn from deep. And another shot. Good.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. Tough.
So the Bulls win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it.
upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
on NBA 2K TV. We're inside the bubble with Washington Mystics and 2K fan Ariel Powers. Plus, we're talking 2K21 with Mike Wang and Agent Zero. We check in with community.
The always busy and popular East. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And he's able to get it back.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Fournier passes to Ennis. Outside Fournier. Pass to Gordon. The Cavaliers pull it in.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Fires from deep.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And Drummond kicks to Osman. 6 on the shot clock.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Ken Burge is checked in for Aaron Gordon.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Cavaliers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
The second chance effort. Vucevic with the rebound. And then, in 2013, with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016, but just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Garland, hits the jumper.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And the pass to Vucevic. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Love with the buckets.
Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc.
4-on-3 break. Here's Garland. He feeds it to Drummond. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Osman. No good. That would have tied it. Orlando leading by 3. Passes it to Birch. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's tipped. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Ross leading the charge.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Drummond unable to get that one. The Magic have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. For 3, Fournier. Sexton grabs the board. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Bulls. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Garland kicks to Drummond. Shoots over Vucevic. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Back to Birch. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And stolen by Fournier. Finished off the break. Fournier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Kem Birch. Markelle Fultz comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. We got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. To the middle, stolen by Garland. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Fultz. And the 3 off target. And so it's Orlando with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Markelle Fultz out there with Michael Carter Williams. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
There's Garland on the wing. Thompson hands it from downtown. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Carter Williams. Here's Bamba. Pass to Gordon. Over Nance. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Hits. Count that one from Ennis. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Carter Williams. Nance with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's foul number 2 for him. Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. Here's Windler. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Over to the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Bamba's shot is off. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 on 3 quarters here in the second quarter. Wow, hammering it in.
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
No good on the shot. Good D by Thompson. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Porter passes to Windler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. They can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And he converts the layup.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
1:15 left to play in the first half. And Drummond is right there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it's Gordon missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Gordon against Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Nikola Vucevic.
And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a three-point game. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
Well, Sexton as a guard making that look so pretty.
Fournier for three, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Sexton kicks to Osman. And the layup's good off the glass. Here's Fournier. Good D by Love. Oh, he got it!
Are you kidding me, Kevin, from there?
How in the world did that go in?
Did you even see the basket?
I love that. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers up.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 1. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, I like that.
And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Osman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Osman. Lays it up and banks it in. Osman's got the lead up to 3 now for Cleveland.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Gordon. Garland, that's in there. Love with the assist. That's 7 points for Darius Garland. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the paint and stolen by Drummond. Sexton with it. Defended now by Fournier. Sexton's shot is good.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen. Instead, creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. The 3. That one's not going to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. There's Garland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And he makes the first. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Fultz. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Pass to Nance, stolen by Bamba. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. He gets it in there. Gordon's got 6.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Here's Garland. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
Gordon kicks to Fournier. Off target from three-point range. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach
Bamba has. I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
To the right side. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Off target with the open look. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Garland with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Garland, no good.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
Here's Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
So for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Evan Fournier. That free throw good from Gordon.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And both free throws good for Gordon.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
There's 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. There's Garland. It's rebounded by Carter-Williams.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Fultz. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's foul number 2 for him. Nance against Gordon. Here's Windler. Oh, good on the 3. And Vucevic has got the ball here for Orlando. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
This quarter belongs to them, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
There's Garland. That one goes in. Garland's got 8 points here in this quarter. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
From outside the arc, and there's Fultz on the assist from Carter-Williams. Fultz has got 5 now. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Magic lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Darius! And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Ross in at the 3, the small forward.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Now, here's Garland. To the wing on the left. Goes up the baseline. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Offensive rebound. Vucevic. Here's Carter Williams. The offensive rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And it's Love penetrating, and Love throws it down.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Hits it from three-point range.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Porter pulls it in. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 13-3 run right now. It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. The Magic trail by 8. And it's Gordon penetrating. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Good. And it's 6 points for Love.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close. It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. And here is Garland. Porter looking it over. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Carter Williams finds Ross. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 3 assists tonight. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. And it's good off the back rim and in. And that's 10 points for Colin Sexton.
Well, he knows he can make it from there, so he shoots that one with confidence. Sexton looking very, very self-assured right now.
Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Garland's got 12 points in just the second half.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Garland, the pass to Love. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
The pass to Carter Williams. Ross kicks to Vucevic. In the corner, it's Gordon. From outside, off the mark. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Here's Porter. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Darius Garland.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Ennis, he's checked in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Michael Carter Williams. It's money from deep.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
They get the rebound.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Gordon finds Vucevic. For three, Fournier knocks down the three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
These are exciting times. The NBA is back. The WNBA is back.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I absolutely love seeing live basketball on my screen once again. It's glorious.
It is awesome, and it's been fun to see what the players are doing to keep busy inside the bubble. A lot of them, of course, are.
And the Cavs trying to get a win at home and press. got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point. Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang. And, you know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with. A credit to him and his staff.
He doesn't get the second one. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
And I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
And stolen by Drummond. Now here's Sexton, started by Holiday.
And how about the leaping ability there on the slam? I love how Sexton just rises up with confidence inside.
Now here is Holiday. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Back to Warren. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Warren. The jump hook, and that one drops for him.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Love. That one misses. Nice D from Warren. Here's Drummond. Tries yet again. Garland. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Brogdon against Love. Passes it to Garland. That 3 off the mark. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Stolen by Garland. Sexton the pass to Garland. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. That's 7 points for Andre Drummond. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. And actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
Here's Oladipo after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Lets a floater go, and Oladipo with the lay-in. Good.
Boy, the floater is one of the most beautiful shots in the game, and when used correctly, Victor Oladipo showing you he's got that shot down pat.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the Pacers with possession here. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Brogdon kicks to Holiday. Clock at 6. Oladipo, the pass to Turner. Over Drummond, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Turner's got his second basket of the night. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Brogdon, and it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded closer. Misses off the right iron.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The feed to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
And so it's Miles Turner making things. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Pacers. McDermott is out there with Turner. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Bitadze in at the center filling out the middle. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Took him no time at all on that one. Windler's got his first 2 points of the night.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Turner finds McConnell. Porter with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Throws up and finished off by Porter.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Brogdon.
And he's not passing the ball as well this month. If you look at his numbers from earlier in the season, he's not seeing the court as well. It may be a little too focused on creating his own shot than orchestrating for the guys around him.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Garland's checked in Indiana with a change here too. Sampson's checked in. There's Porter with the 3. Good on the triple. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Nance trying to break loose. Thompson with the bucket. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Porter, no luck. Pacers trail by 6. And there's the pass to McDermott. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Sampson. Has to be Thompson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Stolen by Thompson. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound.
And looking at Nance, not a big-time scorer in the half-court set. So the best way to get him involved offensively is to get him out in space.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for McConnell. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's been putting up about 4 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from McDermott.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to Windler. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. The layup off target. They get a hand on it. Sampson, the pass to Holiday. Kicks it to Sampson. Here's Sumner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Kevin Love comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. The Pacers also changing it up. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Justin Holiday.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Sexton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Such a menace close to the rim. You got to respect Sexton's fearlessness when he's amongst the bigs.
Oladipo, he's checked in for the Pacers.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Passes to Bitadze, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And for that matchup with the Magic, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Boy, he could have taken it himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Howard down with both hands.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Good shot. Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shop down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Here's Oladipo. Rebound Love. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Sexton, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
1 second left, and no good on the last second attempt this time.
Boy, the hustle from Oladipo, you love that.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was Andre Drummond who got hot in the first. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Holiday, the pass to Turner. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 10 points for Miles Turner.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul. Harry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. Indiana also making some changes. Doug McDermott comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Count that one.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
On the wing, Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From 13, Nance, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Back to McDermott. There's the pass to Holiday. Left side, Warren. A putback. Goes up again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Warren. And you talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Garland kicks to Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. You take a look at Porter. Deadly on the strike. Someone you do not want to foul.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for Indiana. Edmund Sumner comes in for T.J. McConnell.
And checking out some stats for Nance. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break, averaging 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Pacers trail by 9. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
I think he's got to keep working on his interior game. Doug McDermott showing he wants to be more than just an outside shooter.
It's tipped. Right side Holiday. Shakes him. The putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
He kicks it to McDermott.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Sampson, the pass to Thompson. Nance gets the rebound. Cleveland leading by 7. Oh, Porter in position.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Here's Bitadze. Tries again, and he lays it straight in. Bitadze's got 9.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Here's Thompson off on the layup.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
And so it's Cleveland, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Brogdon. Oladipo is out there with Miles Turner. And it's Holiday in at the 2.
You know, Oladipo feels like he can take and make this shot whenever he wants to. You can just see the confidence.
And Love throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Indiana. Aaron Holiday comes in for Justin Holiday. And the rejection by Love. Shots good by Turner. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Garland with it, now defended by Oladipo. Garland kicks to Love. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
So impressive how quick Love gets his shot off, Kevin. I mean, even when the defense is on him, he knows how to use his size to his advantage.
And Holiday, here we go. Here's Turner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You were talking about the unicorn. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star certainly within his reach.
Got a piece of it. Here's Love. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Love's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
And there's the call on Cedi Osman. That is his first foul of the game. Brogdon finds Turner. The shot comes out. Good D by Drummond. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. And the dunk by Love.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Indiana moving it around. Here's Turner. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists now in this one. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now Garland. Here's Osman, guarded by Oladipo. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Oladipo. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Boy, Oladipo has really expanded his game, can do a lot of damage in a lot of different ways at the offensive end. Very polished.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Turner. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sexton with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And Drummond throws it down. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done storing the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bojan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, and the young fella down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
Early in his career, Love got the stretch 4 label, but he's always rejected it. He prefers to call himself a post player who can shoot.
Pacers trail by 11. Pass to Holiday. Now here's Turner. Back to Holiday. Oladipo, the pass to Holiday. It's tipped. 109 left to play in the final quarter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Shoots from 14. Tips it up, and Warren able to finish.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Pass to Brogdon. Now here is Holiday, defended by Sexton. There's the 3. Again, Holiday missing. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Sexton. Love controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Love's got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Back to Holiday. Oladipo outside. Lets the 3 fly. Basket good.
And what about the vision, the court vision from Oladipo? So good at creating.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.